Hey everyone, this is Montiom.
And I'm Kerry Shawcross.
And we're here to give you a behind-the-scenes look at RWBY Volume 2.
We're going to show you storyboards, models, cool animations, everything that makes RWBY what it is.
But to be on the safe side, if there's anything too spoilerish, we'll make sure to have editorial bleep or blur it out.
So let's get started.
Hello! I believe you two may know each other.
Aren't you that girl that exploded?
Yeah. My name's Ruby.
I think the fans especially find that RWBY is just something that is very different. It has a very unique spark to it that's very hard to describe.
I think what also keeps people coming back is the show's got a lot of heart, and you really learn to care about these characters really quickly.
So Volume 2 of RWBY gives us an opportunity to explore more of the setup we started last year.
We have big plans for you, Roman.
I'm super jazzed about Volume 2 because we have all the character, we have character introductions out of the way, we've kind of set the stage, and now we get to really hit the ground running.
So I'm really looking forward to spending some more time at Beacon, getting to know the school. We're going to get to be introduced to more characters from the different kingdoms of Remnant.
Salutations!
We'll get to know some more about what's really going on with the Grimm and what are they really capable of.
But yeah, we're happy that we have this base to go off of and start, telling a much bigger story.
Yeah.
We just wrapped up about 2 months or so of pre-production. What that entails is a lot of planning. Miles and Kerry off developing 12 scripts.
Do you want to see the writing process? Here's the writing process.
Yeah.
All right, it's 10 a.m.
All right.
And scene. Did you see the new Godzilla trailer?
No, not yet. Do you want to...
You want me to pull it up? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah comes up a lot.
Yeah,
That
no, yeah
phrase.
is like our catchphrase.
Yeah.
It's yes, I do think that's a good idea. No, don't doubt yourself. Yes, let's move forward. It's,
Yeah.
That's good.
Then it's time to bring in the cast. And this time around, we did a table read of Chapter 1 and part of Chapter 2 just to reacquaint all the actors with each other and get used to what it'd be like to actually be able to read off of each other, which is an experience they don't generally get once they're in the booth.
Yang Xiaolong, prepare your kingdom for battle.
Bring it on.
Once the scripts are more or less considered locked, there's a shot listing process. We're trying to treat it not unlike a live-action production or a bigger-scale animated movie where you don't want animators to be wasting their time later on anything that's not going to actually wind up in the final edit, so you have to be very careful.
Jean, I'm sorry.
RWBY is making heavy use of the tool Poser by Smith Micro. You can go ahead and set up the set and move the characters around like you're actually rehearsing actors, and you're figuring out blocking and what's going to work or what's not going to work. So you're solving a lot of problems early.
So the good thing about us using Poser to actually board the shots is that when we're done, the animators actually have a template to work from. They essentially have a layout file. It can help their process because they can just start right here on the shot and just animate the characters themselves and not have to worry about where does RWBY go, where does Weiss go, So that kind of speeds the process along.
Oh, the amount of planning and organization that goes into this event is simply breathtaking.
We've got writing and storyboarding, which serve as the blueprints for the story that we want to tell this year. But then there's a lot more that happens after that. So we thought we would introduce you to the various parts of the production pipeline by following the supporting character of Velvet that we introduced in Volume 1, and follow her from concept to modeling and how she comes to life in the recording booth and in the animation and in the edit. But the first thing that we need to figure out is what's the look of her new combat gear going to be.
With the amount of fan art and that I see done by our community members, I feel like it would be a great opportunity to have them contribute to one of our characters who is also voiced by one of the community members. Here we are with some of the submissions from the Velvet Scarlatina design contest. Here we have the voice of Velvet, community member Katie Ward. This was tough. I mean, we've got a lot here, and I kind of had to enlist her help to whittle it down from the over 1,300 submissions from all you talented artists out there. You were really able to kind of whittle it down for me, so this is great.
It was a little heartbreaking, especially when you know how much effort people put into these things. But
It is really heartbreaking, but it was a lot of fun looking through all of them, and we're down to the top 25, which is still a lot.
The first scene Velvet was in, you see her being picked on by Carden.
Oh, that hurts! Please stop.
I don't think people have seen enough of her yet to completely create a character for her.
So yeah, we wrote in Velvet just kind of as a small demonstration of what it meant to be a faunus.
Right.
And the fans immediately loved her.
I often tend to take influence from really any direction possible. To leave it open to this sort of influence would then be like, well, maybe it's something the art could inspire. This is one of the things where it just generates natural conversation, which I like.
We just needed a girl with bunny ears.
Yeah.
And now we have a badass character with bunny ears.
It's a good thing we didn't go. We almost went with a dude with an elephant trunk. Probably would have turned out not as good.
See, okay, so I really like this one, but at the same time, it also feels like something I would use for another character.
True.
Let's put this aside.
All right, so that's a no pile?
This is a no for me.
All right, that's okay. With the coat, this one's, I guess, more stealthy.
It, at first glance, looks very conventional, but if you actually look very closely, she's wearing some very unique leg armor, where Velvet is wearing what's called pumpkin panties.
We've agreed on that. We do really quite like the coat.
Yeah, like I like this just for an on-the-town Velvet design.
What about for her glasses?
I do like the idea of, I don't know why I didn't think of putting Velvet in glasses. I mean, she is training to be a huntress, but this seems like she's like a vampire hunter or something. It's very dark for her, a little too dark for her.
It's too yang.
Sometimes we don't pick a design through complications of how something might be rigged. For example, these two long tails here. Nora at one point had a design similar where it's just her bow was enormous and she had two long tails, but I didn't want to encumber her movement. I'll put this on the no simply for it might be more complicated than it's worth.
I mean, even with the fan submissions that we saw for Velvet's costume, I think it's really quite poetic that the fans got to choose what she was to look like, and that, you know, staff at Rooster Teeth decided that they wanted a fan to play her. It just sort of shows that Rooster Teeth is still very committed to their community, and also I'm super excited about it. So this one is my favorite. I love this a lot, and it's really difficult for me to explain why. You can sort of see hints of like how that could be armor.
And at the same time, it's like, whatever it is under this, I mean, that could be just normal everyday denim blue jeans.
I also think that I would like to cosplay as this. Like, this is something that's it looks very simple to be able to do.
Yeah. So I'm very much on board with this one being the final design. Congratulations to username Monkey.
Yeah, this is you.
Excellent job. There was a lot of competition, but you just did something very unique, and that really stood out for us. And we're gonna hopefully live up to this design as much as possible. We'll be seeing more of her. So yes, this is great. Thanks a lot. Thank you for tuning into this first production diary. Next time we'll take a look at how these concepts get translated into the 3D models that get animated into the show.
Yep, so we'll see you next time.
Jesus. Get to work.